So I remember stumbling upon your Instagram page a few years ago because of all the cut to the feeling dance videos.
Yep.
So I guess my first question is just like, how did you get started? Because I know you've been choreographing for years and dancing for years. How did you get started doing these cut to the feeling videos? What inspired?
Depression. It came out of depression, to be honest. I had broken up with a boyfriend that I had been with for about, we were together for like 7 years, and I had like moved out of our home, and it was yeah, it was a very, very rough and challenging time, as you can imagine. And yeah, I just went through a period where I was just like, I didn't want to like dance, I didn't want to do anything. And then I kind of like, this song started to play, and I heard it I don't know, like on my Apple Music or Spotify or something. And I was just like, oh wow, what's this? This is kind of a fun song. And I kind of noticed that like it was bringing some light to, it kind of like it was showing up in small ways. And then I noticed myself like kind of like singing along to it, and then starting like dancing to it. And yeah, and I started like doing these like silly little like lip sync videos, and it brought me so much joy and happiness. And I started sharing that online, and I love that it was bringing other people a lot of joy and happiness. And yeah, that's kind of how it all started, to be honest.
I love that. I think there's something very powerful in seeing queer people be very joyful and positive, and I think that's why it's attracted so many people to your page, me included. So I guess my next question. Oh, why was that? Was that something you like purposely wanted to cultivate, or I guess I just it sounds like it just happened. Yeah, it just
It
like
did, yeah, it absolutely happened. I mean, before that, with like my social media stuff, I was like, I would share like some work stuff. I would share like some of my like choreography or dance stuff, but it was pretty like curated. It wasn't. I didn't. I'm a pretty private person, so um, when I kind of started to like release these videos, it was very, very different for me, just because it was like, super unpolished, and it was just me at home, just kind of dancing around and being silly and having fun. So yeah, it was, at first it was kind of, it was a little strange. It was a little foreign to me, but again, I love that A, it was bringing me a lot of joy, and B, I love that it was bringing other people joy. I love that people were finding some light in it, which excited me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know on Instagram, I mean, people share a lot on Instagram, and I see like queer kids commenting on like posts like yours or posts all over Instagram from LGBTQ folks. But I was wondering if you had like any like stories or like people that reached out to you and might have like moved you in some way, because I know a lot of people get stuff like that. So I was wondering if you had any of those.
I've had quite a few people that have reached out to me. Oh gosh, why, like, it's making me feel emotional thinking about it. But um and they just share that I've through, watching and experiencing the things that I share on social media, it's sort of given them like the courage uh to let their light shine authentically and genuinely. And in some cases it's led to them coming out, which I think is it's really, I don't know, that's really wonderful. And I'm like, I feel so honored and grateful that this platform that I have on social media um, allows people a space where they can feel inspired and free and liberated to live their authentic lives. So that stuff for me, it like always gets me. I also just love when I see parents. Um, I get a lot of videos from parents sending me videos of like their kids like dressing up and dancing in like wigs or dresses, and it's just that always just warms my heart, just to see parents allowing their children to express themselves in any way they want to.
Yeah, it's that's beautiful. It's always so wild how like kind of forget sometimes like that we're out here just like existing and being ourselves out loud can inspire so many others who are struggling to do it like I was back in the day, you know? So it's yeah, that's so beautiful. One thing I've always wanted to know, are you just recording these on an iPhone? Is this like a professional camera or like is this just your iPhone?
It's just my iPhone. Yeah, I set it up like I have this little like windowsill that it happens to be like the perfect little spot for me to like rest my iPhone up on. And yeah, I just pop it up on there and hit record and we start going.
That's
Yeah.
so funny. And I guess because yeah, you have to keep it perfectly still because some of those transitions and like when you're coming, like, how is he doing this?
Yeah. Which is also like, I think that's another reason like the past few years have kind of, I guess, sort of like taken off and resonated with people is that, you know, in the things that I've done in the past with like So You Think You Can Dance and with Gaga and other like pop artists, it's like, I think it's really cool to watch someone do that. But there's also a level of, it feels sometimes like you're watching someone else's world or dream happen. And I feel like with this, there's like an accessibility to it where it's just like, you know, you're watching these videos of me dancing around in my apartment with my iPhone, and it's like, oh wait, I can do that too. And like that's what I love seeing. Like I love seeing these videos of, you know, my friends or followers or family or whatever that I get of them dancing in their rooms and expressing themselves. Like I think it's so beautiful, and I love that that it inspires that.
Yeah, I do think that's so beautiful. So it kind of brings me to the, I mean, we were all trying to find ways to stay sane, sane during this pandemic lockdown, especially in California. And so I want to ask about the Instagram live dance parties and kind of what inspired that, and if you had any favorite moments from, because you were doing them for a few months, correct?
Yeah, we were going for a bit, and it like, yeah, it started off very it just took off really quickly, where it was at first it was I had this idea. Well, I've had this idea for a while to want to do like these dance parties that felt very, very inclusive. Um, and it was always this idea that I had to do an in-person sort of dance party that welcomed everyone. And when the pandemic hit, I was like, oh, this could actually be a great opportunity to stay connected with people, just because, you know, for me, like I'm living here in my apartment by myself. So I thought it was like an important thing for me to do as well, to channel some of my energy into dance, which has always been therapy for me, and also channel my energy into, yeah, staying connected with others. And I found that Instagram Live was a really, really great tool and an easy tool to do that. So at first, it kind of started off with it was like I think I hopped on. I was like, "Hey friends, you want to like just come and dance around with me?" And it was like I think we danced around to like maybe like one or two songs at first, and we were just like, you know, it was like freestyling, and it was like super fun. Hopped off, and then literally within like 2 or 3 days, there were outfits. There was like a playlist. I had like choreography. It turned into like a 20-30 minute set, and that's just kind of how I work too. I'm like, it's hard for me to like, if I have an idea, I'm gonna like go with it, and we are gonna like go full out. So yeah, it was such a cool thing to to start and to experience through the loneliness and scariness of that time period.
Mm-hmm. Can we expect any more anytime soon?
I hope so. Yeah, I mean, I as the year went on, there was, you know, there was a lot happening, and I just it was hard for me to like show up for people in a way that felt authentic, just because, yeah, I was trying to take care of my own um, mental health,
Yeah.
trying to get me through the year. So it's something that I would definitely like to start up again, just because I really, really loved the community that it built. Like I actually heard of people around the world like that were able to like meet up with each other in different countries from these dance parties, which I thought was really, really cool and beautiful. Or people that have made friends with each other just, you know, online, which I think is awesome.
That's so cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely take care of your mental health. We all need to be taking care of our mental health. Um,
Yes, absolutely.
yeah, can't wait for that. Are there were you like a person that went to like clubs to like dance, you know, like dance parties and stuff in the real world back when that existed?
Oh yeah, 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 for sure,
Okay.
for sure.
You know
Yeah.
how like so there's all these songs that came out in 2020, all these albums, you know,
Uh,
so much music that we didn't get to dance to in public.
I
So I
Yep.
was wondering what you're like, if you had like three songs that you were just like you're itching to dance to when a club or bar opens up again.
Honestly, like put me in a club and put Rain on Me on repeat for like 5 hours and I'm good. Like that's all I want, to be honest. I would be so happy that, I mean, that's pretty much what I do at home anyway. Like I'll just have Rain on Me on repeat. No, I mean, there's so much good music. I feel like I could hear the entire like Chromatica album in a club and be happy. I feel like um Kylie's disco album was so freaking fun. I absolutely love that. Um, there's also this song by the House Gospel Choir, which I recently discovered, called Most Precious Love. And if I heard that in a club, like that gets me like going. You have to check it out.
Yeah, let me
Yeah,
write this down.
yeah.
I'm
But
recording. I'll watch that.
but for sure, Rain on Me. Absolutely.
Yeah, I I hadn't heard Rain on Me in a while, and then it played on my like best like 2020 wrap up thing in like the beginning of January. And
Yep.
I literally started crying because I was like, oh my God, it's been a year. Like at least I'm alive. You know, I just saying the lyrics, I was like, wow, and it hit me in a really weird way. But same.
I'm right there with you. When it first came out, I definitely shed a few tears. I was like, "What is this?" I put like my disco ball up, and I was having a full on dance party at night, and it was magical.
Yes. And Dua Lipa's album.
Yes,
That's
so 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 good.
oh
So
my
much great music that I'm like, I feel like they didn't really have their
God.
moment, but
Yeah. And we need like 2020 dance nights, like just all the songs we missed in one night, back to back. Um,
I actually love that idea. I think that's a great idea.
I should become a DJ. Let's see. Last question that I just wanted to, for my personal pleasure, what would
Yep.
you like your favorite Lady Gaga song or like best memory with her since you performed with her for so long? And if you can pick a
Hmm.
Lady Gaga song, it's kind of a hard question.
That is a tough question. I think about the time that they played Born This Way for us for the first time.
Hmm.
And I just, yeah, it was a very emotional experience just thinking about uh, the journey that I had been on, but also thinking about how her fans, just thinking about her fans being able to like hear this song and receive this song. I was like, whoa, this is gonna be really, really powerful. I mean, just like the lyrics, obviously the beat and everything, but it was the lyrics for me that were just like, whoa, like yeah, it's such a vivid memory. I remember exactly like where we were, hearing it for the first time, and just again, yeah, thinking it was like really magical and um yeah, Born This Way for me. Telephone always like goes off for me. Like I absolutely love that song. And that was an incredible memory as well, like shooting that video and being sandwiched between Gaga and Beyonce in that last dance break sequence. That's definitely a highlight for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. Whew.
um yeah, it was very, very surreal, like it's as a kid. My older sisters would show me music videos of like Janet and Madonna and Paula, and so music videos were something that were very I knew from a very, very early age that I wanted to do. So to be able to like come to LA and be able to do those things in this way was just kind of, it was very surreal for me. Yeah, I feel like as far as like uh highlights memory wise, that's pretty up there for me. What
Those
else?
are pretty big ones. Those are pretty.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There was this performance of like Edge of Glory that we had done for American Idol, where Gaga and I were like dancing up on this like, I don't know, I think it was like 20 feet or something up in the air, and it was like this small little square platform, and at the end like we dropped down into like this pit. That was a really like fun and scary memory for me, just because it was thrilling, it was like terrifying, it was exciting. I love that, and also just getting to dance for her fan base was like really, 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 really special. Like that's definitely like a memory that I will cherish, and that I'm so grateful for, just because it was, I don't know, there's something really special about being able to perform with an artist that provides a space for people to show up in a way that feels very authentic. And you have like these kids and teenagers and adults that, you know, are coming to our shows just so excited and basically finding sort of like their chosen family in a way. And you know, they're coming dressed up, they're you know, they're crying, they're in this space of yeah, complete bliss and acceptance and celebration. And I think that that was yeah, really special, just being able to look into their eyes and see that energy and that light and that life. Yeah.
Yeah, that is special. I can imagine. I was like coming to terms with my sexuality in the Born This Way era. So that was a pretty, yeah, I remember that being a moment for me as well. And yeah, I just like, it's just so cool. I'm having a lot of thoughts right now, but it's really cool that you got to be a part of those moments and share that joy and positivity, and you're still sharing joy and positivity for young LGBTQ people, and I think that's really awesome.
Thank
Um,
you. Yeah,
yeah,
100%. And I'm absolutely grateful for that too. I think that's one thing that always attracted me to her was her ability to be herself, you know, and I think that that's something that I've carried with me through the things that I continue to do, and it inspires me to this day.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yes. So I know 2021 is like up in the air right now.
Yep.
um, for all of us. But do you have any like, I don't know, I don't want to say plans, but hopes, aspirations?
I mean, I'm hoping to I'm hoping for some sense of like connection with others in a way that that I've been missing. I do hope that things start to get better in a way that, you know, allows us a little bit of space maybe to interact again and be in that space again. I do want to like I've been very thoughtful about starting up my dance parties again. So I've just been kind of yeah, thoughtful about that. And there's also some like fun and exciting things that I've been working on that I think are possibly coming out next year. So yeah.
Yes. Well, yeah, hopefully we all get vaccinated, we can go to concerts again.
Yeah.
See
Yes, yes,
dancing
yes.
on stage with Carly or something, you know. I just miss
I
music so
know.
much. But yeah, I appreciate your time, Mark. That's all the questions I had for you. So thank you so much for sitting with
Cool.
me. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks, Taylor.